Hi there, Capricorns, and welcome to your love reading for the month of September. I've just been feeling a lot of like heavy pressure and weight type energy um, lately for you. I think you guys are going through like some major transitions right now. Um, there was just a lunar eclipse last week, basically, so that was probably a lot. And I think a lot of positive things happened, but I also think that now starting off mid-September, there's some things waiting on your consciousness. I think the week started off okay, but then I think that there's a person in your life, and this is a love reading, that could be causing um, a situation for you. So this reading is called the Deadly Problem Spread. Um, it's all about figuring out what the situation is, okay? With this love connection. Let's see. Yes, we're gonna find out. So, oh, we have the Witch. Capricorn. I love it. Yeah, I mean, you're very hard at work here, Capricorn. Okay, you are a hard worker. That's like what you do. That's your thing. That's how you feel normal, okay, is through hard work and dedication. You have many skills. You've learned to master a lot of these skills. So I feel like career ambitions are very like top of your mind right now. Oh, look at this, a ton of chalices. Aw, look at this beautiful couple sitting under a tree, enjoying a picnic. Oh, and they have a little girl playing by the riverbank with an otter, and there's some flowers. It's very beautiful, peaceful, scenic, very lovely energy. So this is not a problem, right? Right? A witch, the 10 of chalices, that's like the ideal situation, okay? Um so there's no problem with that. Oh, look at this page of chalices. Here's a small girl, and she's got her paintbrushes and her easel and her chalice, and she's about to paint a beautiful picture by the riverbank. And we've got the star energy. There really is no problem right now with any of this energy. All of this energy is very positive. Okay. A lot of nurturing, a lot of emotional growth, a lot of um, finding peace, finding inner peace within yourself. There's Hecate, there's the moon goddess, there's beautiful triple moon goddess energy happening right now. Oh my gosh, and look at this harvest. So there is like no like negativity at all with this connection, okay, Capricorn? There's plenty of food. There's these two adorable little um, like elves or something giving this man an apple. The woman is bringing out even more food. This family and this energy is very happy, very content. So why do I get the feeling that there's someone else that's always like making excuses of why things aren't positive? Because it's the hangman. That's why. Yeah, this person is like always making excuses. On a typical good day, the hangman can be a fun, lighthearted energy that's, just hanging around, just not a care in the world, a very, lighthearted individual. The symbol infinity here, okay? There's infinite magic and wisdom, okay? But I also feel like the hangman can be an energy that doesn't even see wisdom, doesn't even see magic. I feel like that is the deadly problem, that someone is not seeing all the beauty. They're not seeing all the hard work. It's there. It's obvious. You've got the star energy. You've got the witch energy. You've got harvest. You have merriment. You have celebration. You have the beautiful Ten of Cups card of emotional fulfillment to the utmost, to the family, to a couple in love with a child. you have a young girl who loves to paint. The Oak King, okay? Yeah, sometimes kings can be a little full of them. All right, yeah. So like Capricorn, this hangman energy is really like, kings. Yeah. So basically, like this hangman energy is just like, kings can get like they like they can be a little bit like full of themselves, right? So somebody with like a big ego, right? So I think that it's good to remind yourself that like with this like really beautiful energy coming through of harvest and the star, um all the cards are really looking really good, honestly. I just think that sometimes there can be someone, who is just not really like taking things seriously, taking life seriously. And that can like cause you to be a little bit like stressed out, okay, from time to time, Capricorn, with this Oak King energy. So let's take a look at this. Seven of Athens. Yeah, I don't think you have anything to worry about because I think this man still loves you. I still think that he wants to come home to you even after he's been out in the woods hunting. He still wants to come back home to you, and you're at home cooking. This woman here, she has like a spoon in her hand. She's been cooking. She's been keeping the home ready and prepared for him to come back. There is a skunk there, so there is that energy of like this could be somebody who has a skunk is like a sneaky creature, and when it feels threatened, it stinks, right? I don't know if you ever smelled a skunk before when it's like sprayed everywhere or it's dead on the side of the road, but it smells really bad. It stinks like shit. And I think that sometimes this person can be a bit of a bullshitter, and act like their shit don't stink, and just like act like they have like all the like power or all the like ability, like all the provider abilities, like all the like they're the leader of the pack because they provide. But I think they also can be like very full of themselves from time to time. They still, I feel like under that facade, I think that they still do have um, love for you. It's just their ego is really based off of like feeling insecure, and it doesn't matter if they feel insecure or not, they still have to show up and be respectful of you. So I think I think sometimes you're dealing with that sort of vibe, that sort of energy. Okay. um let's see what else we have here. Oh yeah, we have the Page of Pentacles. Okay, so this is a young boy and he's mastering his craft here. He's making a pentacle. He's making the magic happen here. Yeah, like there's a very um, like childlike energy of like wanting, like dreaming of like being really good at something, like really being proud of your work, and you can really instill that like with children at a very young age, just like encourage them to be proud of the work that they've done and their skills, and really admire that and want to like showcase that. And I think that's a really important skill, parenting skill to have, and to give to your children, to encourage them to like pursue their passions and their dreams and what they're good at. And I think this child has a lot of magic abilities, and I think that it's that younger side of this person that still believes that they have like great skills and they have great craftsmanship and they have great ideas, and they're still really good at whatever it is they're passionate about, or finding something they're passionate about, their work, for example. That is something that they still really want to feel supported and encouraged with. And maybe they didn't get that when they were a child, and that's why they seek that validation from you. um yeah, Eight of Pentacles. Go look at this, going from the young, very very like maybe 8, 10, 6 years old. I don't even know. Like this could be like a 6-year-old, a 5-year-old. I don't know. But it's very young boy all the way to an old man, like a grandpa, like a grandfather age. And this is where it starts. It starts with the Page of Pentacles, and then it becomes the Eight of Pentacles. That's when you have mastered your craft. It takes your whole lifetime, and you could be like a boy genius or something like that. You could be born with like great skills, I feel like, but like it takes time to really master your craft. And then when you get older, that's when you start teaching the younger generation. And I think your person um, really wants you to believe that they have this ability. Like they can learn to master a craft and then one day teach that craft. Or there's like something here that has to do with like lineage and bloodline and ancestry, where like your person really values somebody who, like, it doesn't necessarily have to be the exact job or the actual degree or the actual career field, but it can be the work ethic and valuing hard work and going after one's dreams. Like, it doesn't have to be an actual literal job that someone is following in the footsteps of their ancestor here. um yeah, look at this, the world tree. Yeah, the tree, the family tree, and there's a snake here, and there's also a dove, right? The dove and the serpent here. Or is that a crane? Oh, that looks like a blue heron or a crane here. I was thinking of like doves and serpents. Probably because there's a tarot reader that goes by that name. Really good reader, by the way. But yeah, like there's like the different seasons here. There's winter, fall, spring, summer. Yeah, the bird is not afraid of the snake at all, and this looks like a very like venomous snake with the fangs out and everything. Yeah, I mean, there's the cycles of life, right? There's death and there's rebirth. There's like something here with spirituality and the essence of you and your person going through the seasons of life together, going through the changes of life together, feeling freedom to fly, to soar, not feeling restricted here. um, and you know there's going to be all kinds of sorts of people that look at all the bad in somebody, look at all the like things that they find negative in somebody, but really it's like you have like this like really strong ability to not care what like other people think of you. And I think that's something that your person really does admire in you, but I also think that's something that can sometimes cause deadly problems, right? Like a snake is like, if it's venomous, if it's poisonous and it bites you, it's bad, it's deadly, right? So I think that if your person is being very negative all the time and staying in this like fear state of mind, this fearful state of mind, this negative state of mind, like if they're just always a negative person, then how are you going to feel the freedom to fly? How are you going to feel the freedom to soar? You have to start realizing, like, can I get through the seasons of life? Can I get through changes easily with this person? Because change happens every day. And part of picking a life partner and someone you really love and care about and want to spend the rest of your life with, the biggest part of that is like being able to overcome challenges together, not just having someone who's always like super negative, super like about all the bad stuff, all the deadly stuff, all the like it's too much, like focusing on too much negativity all the time, like it's just not a healthy thing. Okay, so you got to be aware of that. Okay. And now let's see here what the solution is. The sun is the solution. I love this. This is beautiful sun energy, beautiful home, beautiful garden full of sunflowers. All right, you got the wheelbarrow here. It's just a beautiful, beautiful sunny, amazing day. And of course you would want to like stay there and live there with your person. Of course you want a happy home with the person you love and care about very deeply. You want to make it a beautiful place. You want to feel comfortable there. You want to feel safe there. You want to feel secure there. You want to feel inspired. You want to feel loved. You want to feel like you're, in your own romantic love story. A home is a very sacred place, and also represents like safety and the self, and feeling safe and feeling like you can be yourself, right? You're open to expression. You're open to like decorating your home the way you want to decorate your home. You know, celebrate the holidays that are meaningful to you. Um, Cook the foods that you like. Spend time outdoors, spend time indoors. Like, it's basically where you express yourself the most. And that's a very vulnerable place, right? And when you open yourself up to a new people, especially romantic people, romantic interests, like, if you want to be, looking for someone to fall in love with, then it can be, it's a very like, huge milestone. It's a huge step, right, into a more serious foundation of a relationship. Having closet space for your person when they move in, emptying out some drawers, like being a little bit more tidier than usual, just right when they first meet you, that sort of thing. It's a whole process, but it brings out the best in you. It brings out the most positive aspects of yourself, because you are learning to be more open and be more vulnerable and share what makes you happy, right? Share what makes you feel good. And it hurts when people reject that. Obviously, it hurts when, you don't feel valued, or, you've been working very hard to keep your home a beautiful place, and you go through some challenges, and your place isn't looking like a five-star hotel, right? And then you've got, you don't want to partner with somebody who's always going to be making comments about a little messiness here or a little messiness there. Like, dirty dishes, that's part of life. Okay. Garbage can filled with garbage needs to go out, part of life. You have kids and crumbs get on the floor, it's messy, part of life. You don't want to be partnered with somebody who's like always complaining about those things, because those things are always going to exist. It's different if like the dishwasher breaks and you're like, oh my God, like this is going to be a nightmare to deal with, right? That's different than somebody constantly complaining about the dishes being dirty when they can just pick them up and put them in the dishwasher. You know what I'm saying? Especially if they live there. So the home is really the sun. It really is a place where you're supposed to feel the happiest. And it's also a place to protect you when you're sick and you can't leave and go out anywhere, and you need a place of recovery, and healing. And it's a place where you can go to rest and recover from a long day's work, or out in the field with the sunflowers, like whatever it is. So I think that is the perfect solution to this situation you're feeling, where sometimes you're with someone who isn't taking things very seriously, isn't taking life very seriously. Maybe they're not contributing as much around the home because they're very focused on work and that pursuit of working. Maybe they're borderline workaholic, right? So you have to be like, well, it's good to work, but you also have to focus on the home, and you have to focus on the positive things of, this is where you go. Like, if you lost your job, you would want, you'd still have to have a home to come back to and live in, and then go out and find another job or work remotely, whatever it is you do. I don't know. But I'm just saying, it's like, especially these days with remote work, the home is a very, very, very specific place where a lot of things happen. So it's very important that you do feel safety there, and warmth there, and security there. Okay. And that's what you find within yourself when you're with the right person too, is home isn't just like a literal building. Okay. It's a feeling when you're around people who make you feel safe and secure. That's what a real home is. And if you feel that within yourself, and you want to share that experience with someone else, that really is a romantic thing, and it's a beautiful thing, and it's what love represents. Um, Okay, so that's I thought this reading was going to be longer, honestly, Capricorn, because so much is going on lately. It's, September 17th already. But I think, I'll pull a couple more cards here for you, but I do think that overall, overall, it looks like a good, happy partnership. You've got the Six of Chalices, which is adorable. Inner child, both inner child, two children holding hands in love, happy inner child energy, just overall beautiful energy. And you have um, the little tea party set up here. It's just like it's warmth, it's love, it's nurturing, it's caring, it's devotion, it's spending time with each other. Even if you are just going for a walk in the field together, that's still very romantic and idyllic and beautiful, and just going down the path of life together hand in hand. You both have your own personal journeys, personal discoveries, learning more about yourselves, learning more about each other. But at the end of the day, you want to do that together, you know what I mean? Hand in hand. So that is very beautiful energy. So I'm going to leave you with that, Capricorn. Positivity always is a plus. Please, if you feel like you really enjoyed this reading, hit the subscribe button. Let me know in the comments below and hit that thumbs up button. Love and light always. Thank you so much for watching, Capricorns, and have a wonderful September. Bye.